Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be having a look at this coming Saturday's meeting here at Fanny Bay, which will be the 11th of September. With good nominations again received this week, the 0 to 58 1300 metres has been divided to give the meeting 6 races, so an excellent afternoon's racing is on the cards. We again have 9 riders engaged on Saturday, and the weather at this time of the year promises to be hot and the action even hotter. The first gets underway at 2:11 p.m, while the last of the half dozen is timed to go at 5:20. The opener is the Oktoberfest on Saturday, the 16th of October handicap, so that'll be a real good event to get your tickets for here at the Darwin Turf Club. It's a 0 to 64 event over 1100 metres, and in the first, my numbers are 2, 4 and 1. Going here with number 2, Lockie Patera. Now this horse is trained by Gary Clark, and Jared Todd takes the mount. Hasn't had a run in Darwin, got to the start, got in the gates on the 31st of July, day 7 of the carnival. Did a few things wrong, played up, was a late scratching. Has since been back to the trials and trialled here just the other week in quick time and in good style. Has a few tricks, this horse, I understand, but certainly has the ability. That was evidenced by its trial win the other day. And if everything goes according to plan, he can win. Number 2, Lockie Patera for me. Ahead of number 4, Pembroke Castle, nowadays trained by Mark Nyan, formerly in the Stephen Brown stable, and Jason Lyon aboard. Had his first start for Mark here on the 28th of August, so a fortnight ago, and liked the run behind Patriot Day. Finished 4th, and I thought was the sign there of a coming winner. So don't leave Pembroke Castle out, number 4. And then for third, number 1, Defence Attorney. Just racing so consistently for Tayan Holter and Vanessa Arnott. Vanessa in the winner's circle just a week ago, and this horse will give her another good ride. He always does. In the first, my numbers are 2, 4 and 1. The second is the Alexis of Darwin Melbourne Cup, to be run on Tuesday the 2nd of November handicap. Of course, everything starts to rock and roll now as we're well into September. And of course, the action really heats up in October, and of course, with the greatest race in Australia on the first Tuesday in November, the Melbourne Cup. Numbers in the second, this is the 58 over 1,000, 2, 6 and 3. Speedy type here, number 2, Aridana, trained by Gary LaFoe, and Paul Shires in the saddle. Was a good winner here in 0 to 62 company on day 7 of the carnival, 31st of July. That was over the 1,000, and then backed that up with another good run for third behind the very smart Little Town Blues here over the same trip on the 28th of August. Drops back in grade from that event, and I think Aridana, if she can find the lead, she's very speedy as I mentioned, if she can find the lead, she'll take plenty of beating. 2 on top. To beat number 6, Princess Maribel, trained by Angie Forster and Dan Sakos in the saddle. A second up here on Saturdays, only had the one start this campaign, and that was on the 11th of July, so it's actually been 2 months since this horse has run. That was during the carnival, finished 4th behind Taipei Dancer. Has had a trial recently, and that was behind Lockie Patera, and trialled particularly well, I thought. So I give Princess Maribel a really good chance here. And in for third, number 3, She Shines Bright, backing up from a really good win, a narrow win, but a good win last week. Vanessa Arnott for Pat Johnson. If it backs up, it'll be right in the mix. Numbers in the second, 2, 6 and 3. The third's the highgain.com.au handicap. Great supporters of our off-the-track program here in the Top End is Highgain, and special thanks to Martin Connolly, does a great job in supporting our off-the-track thoroughbreds. This one, the first division of the 0 to 58, and we're back to the 1300 metre start here. Numbers in the third, 8, 2 and 4. Going here with number 8, Touch of Paradise, another one from the Gary LaFoe stable, and Jason Lyon takes the mount here on Touch of Paradise. Last couple of starts have been second placings behind Zuda Z here on Cup Day, and then last start behind Colhoun. The extra 100 metres I think will suit Touch of Paradise. Really got home good the other day behind Colhoun over 1,200. I think the 1,300 metres is made for Touch of Paradise to put his foot, or her foot rather, right on the till. 8 on top. To beat number 2, Looking for You, Tessa Townsend back again from Toowoomba to ride this weekend. Takes them out here for Phil Cole. Last start third over this trip behind Savaspur in this grade was good. should race well again. And in for third, number 4, Soldier of the Brave, trained by Gary Clark. Jared Todd aboard. Drops back in trip from the last start here, which was last week, over a mile, back to the 1300. Don't think it'll worry. It hasn't won at the trip. Actually, it's had 4 starts for a second and a third, looking to put its first win over this journey on the board. In the third, 8, 2 and 4 are my numbers. The fourth, the Sitzler Handicap. This is the second division of the 0 to 58 over the 1300. Another good contest here, 9 runners. Numbers 4, 6 and 5 for me. He was only just beaten last week, the Albion number 4, in the hands of Jason Lyon, and Pete Stennett does the training. Chased hard behind She Shines Bright and only just failed to catch that horse. It was a nose margin, really good run. That was 1100 metres. Up to the 1300, I think will suit this horse. Really hit the line solidly the other day, and as I mentioned, it was a super run. So I've got it on top. Number 4, the Albion. To beat number 6, Savaspur for Chris Pollard and Stan Sakos. That combination won here a fortnight ago over this trip and in this grade. So should race well again, Savaspur. And in for third, number 5, Bonaire. Tessa Townsend for Phil Cole. Didn't mind its run here a fortnight ago, finished 4th behind Colhoun, and that was in benchmark 54 company, so should be right in this. Numbers in the 4th, 4, 6 and 5. Today's features the Tab Handicap over the 1200 metres. This is the benchmark 76 event, and a really good field assembled here. Should be an excellent contest, this one. My numbers here are 4, 3 and 2. I think he's a pretty smart horse, number 4, Sincline. He's trained by Gary Clark, and Jared Todd takes them out. Only had the 4 starts in the top end, 2 wins, and then 2 very good and very close-up seconds during the carnival. One on day 6 behind Carlingford, and then on Cup Day went down to the Weapon by less than half a length. The Weapon, of course, came out and won again last week. I dare say if Sincline hadn't been taken on that last occasion, he would have won, but he didn't. He ran second, but I think he can get back into the winner's circle on Saturday. He's a 5-year-old. He's had 12 starts, 4 wins, 3 second placings, and the 1200 metres should suit him. 4 on top. To beat number 3, Sebricate. Really starting to put it together now for David Bates. Adam Nichols in the saddle. Adam rode here 2 weeks ago. The horse finished 3rd on that occasion behind Exact Replica. The start before he was 2nd to Belmont Day in the Montgomery Lightning on Cup Day. So he's certainly knocking on the door. And in for 3rd, the Class Act number 2, Eastwood. Vanessa Arnott for Tayan Halter. If he wins this, he takes his stakes over the $300,000 mark. He's been a great old stager for Tayan and Lindsay, and his last couple of runs were a 5th in the Broome Sprint and then 4th the start before in the Palmerston. So that's pretty good form to recommend number 2, Eastwood. In the 5th, numbers 4, 3 and 2. And the last, the Karen Brown Fine Art Trobus Handicap. It's a Class 2. It's over the 1200 to finish the day. And my numbers down the book, 1, 2 and 3. Mr Monaro for me, number 1, trained by Mark 9, Stan Sakos aboard. He won 2 starts back here, day 7 of the carnival. He then finished 2nd a fortnight ago behind the very smart Little Town Blues. That was 1,000 metres. I think the extra trip will suit Mr Monaro. He was chasing Little Town Blues hard last start, and I think the step up to the 1200 will suit him. 1 on top. Even though he's carrying 61.5 kilograms, I think he can win. Number 1. To beat number 2, Siakam, 59.5 kigs on his back. Jared Todd for Gary Clark, last start winner here on Cup Day. Dropping back in trip, but hasn't raced for some 5 weeks. And in for 3rd, No Nay Emerald for Jason Manning and Vanessa Arnott. Good second, 2 starts back to Mr Monaro. Thought he was slightly disappointing last time behind Little Town Blues. Finished 4th. Thought he would have done a little better, but I'm prepared to allow him another chance. So in the last, numbers are 1, 2 and 3. Best bet comes up in race 5, number 5, Sincline. Got a bit of time for this horse, as I mentioned, beaten but not disgraced the last time out here during the carnival. And I've got him on top, race 5, number 5, Sincline. Well, the best roughie is in the last, race 6, number 4, Blue Jean Baby. Race 6, number 4, Blue Jean Baby. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, but we take a 3-week break now for a little bit of remedial work on the track, and then another couple of weeks till we're back in action on the 2nd of October. As we build towards some of those big spring carnival meetings here, we race 3 times in October, 3 times in November. But until then, good luck and good punting.